The challenges are enormous, and I do not minimize these. One of them is that there's so much information, we don't know what's real, what's trustworthy, and we don't know, in a world of Photoshop, when we see things like that, we have to figure out if that image is real or fake. Well, that's fake. And it went around the web, people thinking that was the plane that hit the World Trade Center, when of course it was a composite image made with Photoshop. We have to work on helping the truth catch up to the lies. And there's the ethical questions about bloggers being paid by companies and not telling anyone. And same with politicians. My publisher and friend, Tim O'Reilly, has asked if we need a code of conduct for bloggers, and that's my answer. We need to do something that adds up to honor. If we're honorable, we can get this right. And how do we help people be honorable? Well, we have to be activists as media consumers, not just producers. So people need to be skeptical of everything, absolutely everything, but not equally skeptical of absolutely everything. Use judgment and do research when it's something that you care about. You don't sell your Apple stock because you see an anonymous report online. If you see that report and you're curious, you call up Apple and find out if it's true instead of jumping to panic. These are the kinds of things people have to start doing, and they have to be independent. We all have to be independent in the way we think. We should look for things that do not support what we believe we already know. We should look for things that challenge our assumptions. We should go outside of our zone of comfort that we have. And finally, we should learn techniques of media, not just how to take a video and put it up on the web. Anonymous speech is a big issue, and I don't have time to talk a lot about it, but we need to preserve anonymity because it's important in places especially where there's risk to one's liberty or life in talking honestly or with one's own name on it. But we have to help people understand that an anonymity, anonymous speech, in general, should not be trusted. It may be true, but we should not assume it. In fact, we should assume that it's not true. And again, I believe in an anonymous speech, but I don't believe, I believe more in people standing behind their own words. And I will not believe people who don't until they prove that what they're saying is true. A project I'm helping with in the US where people are rating articles on a variety of criteria to help us as a community figure out what's true, what's false, what's valuable, what's not. And it's some of it's very good, some of it's not. But we're thinking this all through about moving from a daily me to a daily us, to use the community collaborative knowledge to help figure out what's important, what information can be trusted and what cannot. And reputation is going to be the key, because popularity is not enough by itself. And reputation is a very complicated subject that we could spend the whole evening on, but whoever gets it right is going to have a big company, because it's so important and I think going to be so valuable. Finally, the principles here are for journalists too. These are the ones, those are all the principles that regular traditional journalists would all agree to. Every one of them would agree. I have a new one for this century that we have to add to journalism, and whether it's a blogger, whether it's a traditional journalist, doesn't matter. We have to be more transparent as creators of media, or people will have a reason to trust us less. Finally, I think this is a job we all need to tackle, no matter who we are and what we do. Traditional media could benefit from it because the things they do when they do good journalism, people would trust more. But it's very much an issue for parents and for schools. We need to have more media literacy education taught at all levels, starting with children at a very young age, and we don't have enough of it. Finally, the citizen journalists could be a big part of this, and I hope will be. So we have so much progress, so far to go, but I've been accused, and I was accused this afternoon, of being a relentless optimist, and I plead guilty.